Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News. First at 4, I'm Cody Proctor. Whitney Ward is off tonight. It is an active weather day for us, meaning that we have full team coverage for you this evening. Janelle Finch and Kyle Simchuk are both out in the elements for us, monitoring downed trees and power lines. And our own Amanda Rowley also joining us in-house, keeping track of our area's outages and air quality. But we do first want to get right out to weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, who is standing outside right now, braving some of those winds. And Jeremy, how strong are our winds right now, and how strong are they expected to get?
As you can hear, they're pretty gusty right now as we speak. But the good news is for everyone watching here at 4 is that I think we've now been through the worst of it. We're going to start to see some of these winds die down, but we've recorded quite a few strong ones, even one up over 60 at Spokane International Airport. So a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust makes this a pretty significant wind event in our books. Temps hanging out pretty close to 50 in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Sandpoint, near there in central Washington as well. We do have a wind advisory and a wind warning that lasts until 11 p.m. tonight for those gusts up near 60 miles per hour. A couple spots have recorded wind gusts up over 60, and that's what's causing some of those downed trees and power outages. But seriously, we are through the worst of it, and we'll continue to watch those winds die down as we head into the evening. Let me try to shield the mic there. It's a little blustery out here on the South Hill, and we're starting to see some of that moisture move out. Moisture is going to continue to work its way out of the picture. Really, it's just up in the mountains at this point. As the wind dies down, well, a couple more clouds build in, and overnight we'll watch temps fall back into the 30s, but it's a blustery one at that. We've got a breezy Tuesday in store across much of the region.
Jeremy, thank you so much. And of course, we have been tracking power outages all day long with this. Amanda Rowley is joining us here now with an update. What have you found out, Amanda?
Yeah, Cody, we've been tracking a lot of power outages tonight. So we originally checked in with Avista, and just within the last hour saw about 10,000 outages. Now it's nearly reporting quite a bit. So let's take a look at the big picture here behind me. We're seeing outages stretch all the way from, we've got Spokane Valley, all the way up north into that Canadian border area. But we'll take a closer look at where the greatest impacts are right now. So within the last hour and a half, we have seen quite a bit of power outages up north. We did see in the Chewelah area, they were reporting about 1,700 people, 1,100 people without power in that Chewelah area. That since has been updated. It looks like they do have power back. Checking out the Spokane Valley area, my producer going to help me get to that region. We were seeing 1,700 people in that Dishman-Mica area of the highway, coming just a little bit more south, just towards this region. We saw 1,700 people without power. We're keeping an eye on that and seeing how that's being updated. But now let's take a look at outages reported by Kootenai Electric. We are seeing a few hot spots within that area. We did see some up north of Hayden, a little bit of outages here, as well as Spirit Lake. Now in Spirit Lake, it was just a pocket, a neighborhood of folks that are without power, but we are seeing right here just north of Hayden, as well as in the Rockford area, about between 80 to 100 people without power at this time. We're going to be monitoring this and keep you posted on when those outages have changed and when we can expect power to come back on. Now, people throughout the inland Northwest have posted what the weather looks like in their area. We had Tawny in Elk. She shared this video. If we maybe can take it full, I don't know if you can see it, but you have a ton of snow, hail, and check out the flag here. It is ripping with that wind, ripping through the area. Pretty intense, and you can hear their family going, what is going on? Now that was taken at about 11:15 today. We also got tons of other videos from our viewers, and we're going to be sharing those with you here in our next half hour. Until then, we're going to take a check on our air quality. We did check in with the Spokane Clean Air Agency, and right now it is sitting at a level of moderate. So what moderate means, and because of that wind picking up in the area, what that means is the air quality is acceptable, but there may be a moderate health concern for a very small number of people who are usually sensitive to air pollution. Again, we're going to keep an eye on these power outages throughout the inland Northwest, as well as that air quality tonight. So in the meantime, if it is safe to do so, we are asking you to share your videos and photos of the weather you are seeing in your area. And you can send those. It's pretty easy. Just pick up your phone, shoot the video, shoot the photo, and text it to 509-448-2000. For now, I'll send it back to you, Cody.
Thank you so much, Amanda. And of course, we are seeing quite a bit of damage across our area right now as we check in. KREM 2's Janelle Finch joining us now live from where she's at. And Janelle, I understand that we're already seeing some damage out there. What are you seeing? In fact, I can see it looks like what is a tree right behind you.
Absolutely right, Cody. Yes, I'm off of High Drive right now, and if you take a look behind me, you can see what heavy winds are causing some damage around our areas. Heavy winds are causing trees to move and sway and even fall over, just like this one behind me. Even on southbound US 195 near Hatch, a tree actually fell and blocked one lane on the right. Earlier today, we even saw a tree fall on a home on the lower South Hill. In addition to that tree, other road construction signs fell around town. Big gusts of winds were coming down Hatch Road. You can hear the wind, you can feel the wind. Smaller trees have also fallen over on Hatch Road as well as around town. You can call 311 for blocked roads, to report blocked roads to the city so crews can come and clear off those streets so they're able to be driven on again. But that's what we have for right now. We'll be keeping track of other damage in our area. Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
Janelle, thank you so much. And of course, the downed trees can also block your commute on a day like today, especially we start to head into those evening hours and people start to head home. That's why we have Kyle Simchuk in the KREM 2 Storm Tracker. He's been out and about checking things out. Kyle, what can you tell us where you are and what you have been seeing since you've been out there?
Well, yeah, Cody, pretty dramatic scene here. We're at Rowan and Ash in North Spokane. This is one of the main arterials going to downtown, and look at this, a giant pine tree just completely blocking both lanes. It became uprooted in one of the yards there, kind of crashed through that fence and then across both lanes of traffic. Obviously, if there was a car or a pedestrian, this tree could have been deadly, could have seriously hurt someone. We haven't heard reports of any injuries. We've been on scene here for a while. The fire department just showed up. They're starting to put some cones out. In the meantime, though, a person from a landscape company actually just parked his truck to block both lanes. But I mean, obviously, you're not going to get anywhere trying to go south on Ash right now. This is a very large tree. It could take some time to clear it. A lot of people just happy that their homes are okay for the most part. Like we said, there is a fence damage, but I talked to a gentleman who lives next door over there, and he said he thinks that maple tree may have shielded part of his home from this larger pine tree coming down. So a lot of people, you know, just relieved. It is kind of scary. A lot of neighbors heard the loud crash and bang and ran out to make sure everyone was okay. But again, Ash at Rowan blocked in both directions, and it could take a while for crews to clear this tree. Reporting live in North Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Kyle, thank you so much. Absolutely massive tree right there. And for the latest weather reports and wind coverage, just text the word wind to 509-448-2000. We'll send our reporting straight to your phone.
They say, I don't know what's going on, so it seems that nobody knows anything.
Flight cancellations continue and nobody is taking the blame. The latest out of SeaTac as Alaska airline pilots continue to picket. When we come back.
Team makes replacing your drafty, inefficient doors and windows so easy. Call to schedule a free quote and expert advice, or visit the Pella showroom and see our huge selection to find the look and features you want. From residential to large commercial projects, our expert installation team manages every detail start to finish.
Let our Pella advisors help you find the right window and door solutions for your home.
For a limited time, save 50% off qualifying installation. Pella, 411 East Pacific, Spokane.
Orchard Crest Memory Care is a specially designed and secured community precisely for seniors with memory loss. It provides a peaceful, calming, and fulfilling environment. At Orchard Crest, our team members create meaningful relationships with those we serve. You will enjoy activities and programs that connect you with others. Our philosophy is always to put our residents first and enhance the quality of their lives, building on the principle of, it's your life, it's your home.
What's better than super fresh fruits and vegetables? Yep, you've got it. Super fresh fruits and vegetables on sale.
Swing into Super One Foods this Thursday and save big during our 12-hour produce sale. Dole bananas, just 48 cents a pound. Washington-grown Cosmic Crisp apples, 68 cents a pound. Whole sweet cantaloupe, 48 cents a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour produce sale this Thursday only. Hey, it's better than fresh.
Big news! Get TV is now available in your area.
It's marvelous.
Get TV has the shows you love.
Can't ask for much more than that.
Westerns all weekend. Your favorite comedies.
Turn on your television there.
And cop shows that serve up justice daily.
Who loves you, baby?
All for free.
Tell me when and where.
All you have to do is rescan your TV antenna. Find out how at get.tv. Get TV. Check get.tv for your local station and channel number.
Welcome everyone, I'm Mark Hanrahan. So here's what you need to know in less than... More to every story means just that. News is more than just a headline, right? There is context, there is history, there is so much more that goes into a story. You see him today versus when he came in here. In terms of KREM 2, we become more transparent in how we where we get our information from, how we gather our stories, and why we are covering the stories that we are covering. We've also obtained labor and industry filings from employees. At KREM 2, there really is more to every story.
Welcome back to KREM 2 News. Already today, more than 24 Alaska airline flights canceled at SeaTac Airport. Off-duty pilots hit the picket line Friday for the 4th day of pilot shortages. That as spring break travel ramped up to pre-pandemic levels. Here's Angelique Kakaday from our Seattle sister station with more.
We know Alaska Airlines has canceled 27 flights as of this morning, and more could be on the way. Now, passengers here at SeaTac saying they're tired and nobody seems to be taking responsibility. Now, this comes after several off-duty pilots along the West Coast held an informational picket last Friday, hoping for better pay, more flexible schedules, and more job protections. Will McQuillan, a representative for the pilot, says that picket didn't cause any of these cancellations and delays the airline has been experiencing, but he did say his group warned the airline about possible cancellations happening as we draw closer to spring travel and pilots continuing to leave Alaska for airlines that offer more competitive contracts. All this leaving passengers frustrated.
When I ask the assistants what's going on, they don't know anything. They say, I don't know what's going on, so it seems that nobody knows anything.
Staffing has been a concern and something that we've spoken to them about for many, many months, actually starting in conversations back last year, that this would be inevitable if we didn't have a contract in place that would help us attract and retain pilots.
Now, last week, the airline sent me a statement that didn't say the pilot shortage was caused or linked to the picketing, but they did acknowledge the significant amount of cancellations that were going to be happening over the weekend and that we're seeing spill in today, saying, quote, "We apologize to all of our guests who we let down." For now, reporting at SeaTac Airport, Angelique Kakaday, KREM 2 News.
We've already seen quite a few strong wind gusts today. One up near 60 miles per hour at the airport. I'll walk you through what to expect as we head into the rest of the evening.